Hey guys, welcome back to another round of Cyborg Gaming, and today we are taking on the final bout of Twilight Princess. We are going to go into Hyrule Castle after grabbing the Golden Wolf and go try to take on Ganondorf and a bunch of basically, it's basically a small army. So, let's go get this started. I can't believe this dude is still out here running around at this point. But, yeah, so overall, though, I've pretty much collected everything I needed to. I got all 20 hearts. I'll be going about the pose later on after this. And then, also, I need to grab the magic armor. You can see I have about 455 rupees, about another 100, and I should be able to grab that magic armor. So, we're going to go here, off to the north, and we should run into the castle doors, and the Golden Wolf should be over here. So, alright, let's get this cutscene going. And for just the sake of time, let's see if I can get this skipped. Nope, okay. So this is going to be a little bit of a longer clip. Dude, I'd hate to see that thing just walking around. That'd be absolutely terrifying. Alright, you can see the castle doors are open, and we got Hyrule Castle. So let's get in here, and like I mentioned, you might want to even make sure, so I got 28 bombs, only 8 arrows. Yeah, let's go. So, we got our wolf. But we're now officially in like Hyrule Castle. I think it's considered Hyrule Castle Town where we were previously. So you can see a little door off to the side. Some enemies above us, which right now, unless I have to take them out, I'm going to be rushing off to the sides. So let's go over here. Let's see if this is the right way. So you're even going to get blocked in. Yep, perfect. Perfect timing. Just like this. And this is when that spinning attack is going to be helpful. So let's do it one more time. And let's finish you off. Alright, need to get away from this wall. And man, these guys actually have some health. Like, they should be dead by now. So maybe that spin attack is even a little bit weak in my opinion. So, gonna take out these as much as I can just to see if I can get some more like arrows and stuff. There we go, perfect, that's what I needed. Alright, let's go about our day. So you can open this up and let's go right through. And I think we're going for another round. So it's kind of like Hyrule Warriors in a way. It's going to be a lot of hacking and slashing. Yeah, a lot of enemies. Obviously, it's not the highest speed, but that's just kind of how it works out. So, let's wait for these guys to get in here. There we go. Let's take out one at a time. At least they stay on the ground for a while. we go. And let's take out you. Dude, I hate that. Alright, let's get you off. And they're just going to keep coming back. Take you out. And so we're going to be doing this a good amount throughout the castle. So this might even be kind of a longer video just because of how many enemies we are going to have to work our way through. Alright, perfect. Now we can come right over here. Let's just double check. Yeah, I don't think there's anything of value over there. So let's roll through here. Come off to the right. And on this one, we don't have to use the shoes or anything like that, or the iron boots, so we should be able to just pull and open that up. And we should have a puzzle eventually. Alright, is this where we're taking on the Goblin King? I think it is. So this one's a little bit different. Like, once we get him defeated, you can see he has a key on his side, which we're going to need to utilize. After we defeat him, it's actually a little bit of a funny clip, so I won't spoil it. So I'm going to be kind of using the little spinning around attack, get him on the back. And I'm just going to, if I can get it to roll correctly, there we go. I'm just going to kind of keep doing that over and over again until I knock him out. So hopefully you have that attack, but basically the point stands to like try to just get behind him as best as possible. And you can see I'm doing a good amount of damage, good amount of hits, but he is a tank. He is a big man, or Goblin King. Alright, there we go. Let's see if we can get that key off of him yet. So, pretty much, yeah, he's a quitter. Perfect for us, though. We got our key. I follow the strongest side. That is all I ever have known. So, I mean, if he's pulling the strongest side, in my opinion, that means he's off with us at this point. Because, yeah, he just quit on Ganondorf. And then Minda has a little funny quip. Cyborg. He talked. He spoke. Okay, slightly off. Alright, so let's get over here. I think this is just rupees. Yep. But that gets me closer to my goal of about 600. And I think this is where I want to go. I'm looking for some stairs. So let's go up here. Let's knock these out. And we can now... Ooh. Yeah, whatever. That's okay. Got a 10-piece. And there we go. So let's come over here to this door right here. And you can see I am going back to the main section. So now we can go over to the other side. So just roll right through. I'm going to avoid as many of the enemies as I can to save time. As, yeah, I've mentioned, it's basically just a giant arena here. So perfect. We're getting through these guys and into that next door, into the next area. And the last area wasn't too bad. You know, a couple arenas. So, okay. We're going to do it that way. I need to stop going so close to those walls. So, let's get you guys down. It does seem like these guys have a little bit of extra health compared to normal. There we go. Are you down yet? You are down. Okay, so now we can go through, and let's go to the next area. So there's a little bit more like puzzles, and there's a little bit more in depth on this side. The last side is pretty simple. So we can either go about, we'll probably need to take some of them out and then be able to kind of run past some others. So let's get our arrows out here. And eventually we're going to need to get our boomerang out. Dude. There we go. Alright, let's go run over here and let's see if we can keep this moving. Nope, wrong side. Okay. So right now I'm looking for like the bowls or the boars that they use. So we're going to need to use them to get through here. Obviously kind of breaking through all the walls and stuff like that. And then we'll need to use our boomerang. Where are you guys? There we go, perfect. So just hop right on and press A. So we're gonna just send this guy through. Try to take out as many of these things as I can. Lost control. Alright, let's run back. Until he's ready to go and go for round 2. So now I can at least slow down and get to the area where I want to. I don't need to dash just yet. I was hoping to take down these little archer areas, but it seemed to have a little bit of a trouble breaking through the first one. No problem this time. So this one is a bit of a puzzle. So let's get off here. And let's see if I can remember this. Any luck here? Okay, so let's go all the way up to the front here. And so... oh, there we go. We gotta hit this a little bit. Man. Okay, jeez. Okay, so what do we got from Midna? Yes, okay, let's check it out. So we got up, left, back to the middle. So kind of similar to what we did in the Forest Temple. Alright, let's see if it's this. I thought I just hit this in this manner. Alright, let's go. If not, I'll try the other way. Let's see if we hit that. And let's go with this one. Alright, so... there we go. Okay, so I just got it flipped the first time. Alright, let's go right in here and we should have our map. So, as you can see, we basically were at the end here. But you can, I think there's something off to the side of us. And so, we can go over here and let's dig. And that should take us to like kind of a graveyard area. With some enemies and some different kind of unique things in here. So let's put on our senses first. Much bigger graveyard than Ocarina of Time. So if you come over here... Let's get these guys out of the way. I swear there's like ghosts or something like that in here. Okay, either way, I'll start paying attention to what I'm doing. And let's get these guys out of the way. Get some rupees. Let's keep looking around in here and see what we can find. Yep, definitely, we want that. Okay, so let's get you down. Should need bombs here anyway, so let's blow you up. What am I? Let's see here. Let's see if this is the tree I was thinking about. Yep, that was what I was looking for. Just a little bit off. So, you can see here, basically people very sad about the grave here that I just blew up. But that does unlock our switch. So let's go in here. You can see a couple, like a area you can light up. But this is still not exactly what we're looking for. I think we still need to have one key. I have a fairy, but you can see we do need the lantern. So if you need lantern oil, right here. So let's just knock that open. And let's go find our next area. I don't know if I've ever seen just a green rupee in a chest like that before. Alright, so we're going to need to knock you guys out of the way anyways. So let's take you out, and let's bomb you. So we need to get that area filled up, and this is it right here. So, like I mentioned, let's pull out our lantern, which is why I showed you that previous area. This one, let me go check this out. Let's go put that away. Hey, messenger dude. Let's just throw that here. Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna light you up. Interesting, okay. So, make sure you light that torch. Let's do this really quick, and now we can go back over here. And let's see if this lights up now. Yep, perfect. Alright, now you need to get the rod out. And we're going to need to jump around here. So we're going to need to line these up to jump across this giant gap over here. So you can see we might be a little bit far away from each other. As long as I can get him, I think that should be good. But either way, bring both of them over and you can adjust as needed to jump your way across. And once we do this, we should be able to get into the actual castle and start working on our way up to the top. Let's pull you out. Now let's pull you all the way over here. So you probably have done this a good amount. At this point, that might be a bit. I might need to move them a bit more. Yeah, let's try that. So come up here and make this jump. Make that jump. And we should have another key here. So pull this out. And open this chest. And then I think it's in the previous area. There should be a ladder that we can go up. Perfect. So 2 small keys in this area. Little talk from Midna. The front door. So let's go. Check the previous one really quick. Okay, so no ladder from what I am seeing. Maybe that is added into the HD version. But I swear either way, it's not that big of a deal. So let's go find that blue arrow so we can get out of here. There we go. So I'm going to go run all the way back to the front, just playing as the wolf to keep things a little bit faster. It's nice to get out of the graveyard. So once you're out here, this is where the ladder is. I knew it. Okay, I knew I was messing up somewhere. Okay, so come up here. And if you try to go backwards, you don't have the boar, and all the wood and all the blockers are put back up. So you need to come all the way over here, and there should be a locked door up here. Let's drop down here. And let's go through here. And let's see what we have. So come off here to the right. And here is our door.